March Madness replays. The greatest vs. the luckiest Cinderella run. Why called March Madness? Welcome to Game on Brain, sponsored by onlinecashshop.com. If you've got game on your brain, why not get paid for it? Sports is a multi-billion-dollar business, and there's plenty of money to go around for everyone, not just the players. Whether you're a fanatic, a fan, or simply an occasional viewer, corporations want to know what you think to keep their finger on the pulse of the marketplace. And they're willing to pay for that privilege. So if you're not shy about sharing your opinion on sports and other topics, visit gameandbrain.com/opinions and grab your piece of the pie. While these reenactment stories may be based on true events, any resemblance to a celebrity or public figure is purely coincidental. Any attempts at legal action will be met with non-payment. Look, I'm not the basketball guy, all right? I mean, I watch it, but I'm not one of these freaks who's memorizing some kid from Gonzaga's three-point percentage while he's shooting with his left pinky toe on alternate Tuesdays. But even I know about the 2018 Loyola Chicago Ramblers. Oh my God, what a run that was. Freaking unbelievable. You know what March Madness does to people, right? It turns normal, functioning adults into absolute lunatics. People canceling meetings, calling in sick, watching 16 hours of basketball while their life falls apart around them. Sorry, honey. Can't fix the leak in the bathroom. Abilene Christian might upset Texas Tech. And we love it. We're a bunch of degenerates. But that's what makes these Cinderella stories so goddamn magical. The fairy tale version. Let me paint you the beautiful picture first. Here's little Loyola Chicago, a school that hadn't made the tournament since 1985. I mean, that's when We Are the World was a hit, for Christ's sake. Most of these players weren't even sperm yet. They're coached by this guy, Porter Moser. Let's be honest, before 2018, was known for absolutely nothing. The guy's biggest achievement was a 24-3 season in 2015, which for a mid-major is like being the tallest midget in the circus. But then these two transfers, Clayton Custer and Marquez Towns, show up and completely change everything. They lead this team of nobodies to a 28-5 record and win the Missouri Valley Conference. Already a miracle, but then the real fairy tale begins. They get matched up against Miami in the first round. Miami, with future NBA talent Lonnie Walker IV. Everyone's thinking, well, nice season, Loyola. Thanks for playing. Here's your participation trophy. But these maniacs refuse to die. They stay tied the whole game, and then with seconds left, down by one, Walker misses a free throw that would have sealed it. Then this happens. Bang! Dante Ingram hits a deep three at the buzzer. Game over. The place goes absolutely insane. Now, they're facing 3-seed Tennessee in the second round. Grant Williams is on that team, a guy who was an absolute monster in college. Again, Loyola has no business being in this game, but they lead most of the way. Tennessee crawls back, and then with 10 seconds left, down one, Clayton Custer hits this ridiculous shot that bounces on the rim like 4 times before it drops. Sweet 16? Nevada with the Martin twins, future NBA players, and Jordan Caroline. Another dogfight that comes down to the wire. Towns hits a massive three-pointer to put them up 4 with 6 seconds left. Elite 8 against Kansas State. At this point, Loyola's like, screw it, let's actually blow a team out. They dominate from start to finish, and just like that. Final Four, baby! And let's not forget the real star of this run. Sister Jean, their 98-year-old team, Chaplain. This adorable little nun stealing America's heart, praying for wins, becoming an overnight celebrity. You couldn't script this stuff better. They finally lose to Michigan in the Final Four. Mo Wagner was just too much, but by then, they'd already etched their names into March Madness lore forever. The devil's advocate version. All right, now let me throw some cold water on this fairy tale. Was this the greatest Cinderella run ever? Maybe. But was it also the luckiest? Absolutely. First off, let's talk about their path to the Final Four. These lucky bastards didn't face a 1 seed. They didn't face a 2 seed. The South region of that tournament was broken because Virginia, the number 1 overall seed, got demolished by 16-seed UMBC in the first round. It was chaos, and Loyola just happened to be in the right place at the right time. Since 2000, only one other team has made the Final Four without facing a 1 or 2 seed. Florida Atlantic in 2023. Meanwhile, VCU in 2011 had to beat Kansas. Butler in 2010 had to beat Syracuse. And George Mason in 2006 had to beat UConn. All number 1 seeds. Loyola? Their toughest opponent was 3-seed Tennessee in the second round. Must be nice. Then there's their Elite 8 matchup. They played 9-seed Kansas State. The combined seed total was 20, 11 plus 9, one of the highest combined seed matchups in Elite 8 history. Instead of facing Duke, Kansas, or the eventual champion Villanova, they got a K-State team that was already playing way above expectations. And those first 3 wins? By a combined 4 points. 3 straight one-possession games. The odds of winning 3 consecutive games that close in the tournament are astronomically low. In each game, their opponents had final possessions with chances to win or tie. Just one shot goes differently, and we never hear about Sister Jean, the reality check. Here's the thing, though, and this is where I'll probably piss people off. Being lucky doesn't take anything away from what Loyola did. If anything, it makes it more special. That's the whole freaking point of March Madness. The brackets break in weird ways, buzzer beaters fall, free throws get missed, and suddenly some school nobody's heard of is cutting down nets while blue bloods are flying home commercial. You think Loyola cares that they had an easier path? You think Sister Jean was sitting there like, well, I don't know, Lord, we didn't have to face Duke, so maybe this Final Four run doesn't really count. Hell no. This is America, and we take our breaks where we can get them. And let's not act like they were some scrub team that just got lucky. They were 28-5. They were top 30 in KenPom, top 20 in defensive efficiency. They beat Florida on the road when Florida was ranked 5th in the country. This wasn't some garbage team that stumbled backward into the Final Four. Their style was exactly what makes mid-majors dangerous in March. They played methodical, disciplined basketball. They grinded teams down. They made you play their pace. They hit big shots when it mattered. And they had 0 NBA talent. Just a bunch of hard-nosed college players who bought into a system. Why we can't look away? You know why we love March Madness? Because it's literal madness. It's unpredictable. It's the one sporting event where having a PhD in statistics gives you the same bracket odds as your grandma, who picks teams based on which mascot would win in a fight. Loyola Chicago embodied everything we want in a Cinderella. The unknown coach, the transfers nobody wanted, the 98-year-old nun, the buzzer beaters, the heart attacks, the complete statistical improbability of it all. Was it lucky? Yes. Was it legendary? Also yes. And here's the ultimate irony. The ncaa, who makes billions off these moments, copyrights the hell out of anybody who tries to share them. Hey, remember that amazing moment that made our tournament the most watched sporting event in America? Stop talking about it or we'll sue you. It's like your dad filming your birth and then charging you to watch it on your birthday. What a bunch of clowns. The final verdict. So is the 2018 Loyola Chicago run the greatest Cinderella story in March Madness history? Or was it the luckiest? The answer is yes. It was both. And that's why we'll never forget it. That's why every March, when the snow starts melting and brackets start getting filled out, we all secretly hope for another Loyola Chicago, another Sister Jean, another scrappy group of nobodies who somehow end up on the sport's biggest stage. Because in the end, that's what March Madness is all about. The belief that anything can happen, that David can still take down Goliath, that your team, no matter how small, might just be the one cutting down the nets while the entire country loses their minds. And if it takes a little luck to make it happen, well, I'm okay with that. Just ask Sister Jean. I'm pretty sure she'll tell you the Lord works in mysterious ways. Thanks for keeping game on your brain. Be sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. Now that you've heard our opinions, it's time to get paid for yours. Visit the online cash shop at gameonbrain.com/opinions and get your ass in the game.
Thanks for keeping game on your brain. Be sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell.